Shalom, family. Hey, Yahuwah is he's doing a lot right now in the Ruach realm with the remnant, with the Kodesh, and he's been giving me words like almost every day for the past week or so, maybe longer than that. So just, staying in obedience to what he's telling me to talk about today. And it's been kind of on my Ruach to talk about this as we're going into, deeper into the judgment that first begins with Yasharel, right? But Yahuwah was showing me where the Ruach, the mindset that we got to have, it has to be like Yahushua HaMashiach's, right? It has to be a Ruach of no matter what my flesh says, no matter what my emotions tell me, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm going to stick to this Olam ancient path, no matter what, right? And the reason why it's important for us to understand this is because everybody that is in truth, everybody that claims to be a quote unquote Hebrew, right? Hebrew Israelite, everybody does not have the Ruach of Mashiach. I'm gonna just be real. Everybody doesn't, again, for one, we know just off of a surface level, we know that there are a lot of brews who are bloodline Hebrews, but they have an anti-Hamashiach doctrine, right? They don't believe in Mashiach, Yahusha, being the smeared one to die for Yasharel as our eternal, our Olam atonement, right? They don't believe that. So again, they're still considered Hebrews though, but they don't have the Ruach of Mashiach. Matter of fact, as 1 John would put it, right? Chapter 2, this is the Ruach of anti-Hamashiach. These people went out from among us because they were never of us, right? They were never of the smearing. They were never of the Kodesh of the Kodesh, the called out of the called out. And, when you look at the word Mashiach, right? It goes back to the idea Hebraically of being smeared, right? Hebraically, it goes back to the idea of being smeared for a specific office, position, or function, right? Normally king, prophet, priest. Well, Mashiach was all three, which is why he is HaMashiach. He is the smeared one. He is the Messiah, the smeared one. But there were many Mashiach types where they were smeared for their specific office or function, right? Prime example of this would be Dawid, right? He was smeared amongst his brethren. While King Shaul was king of Yasharel, Yahuwah chose him and smeared him because of his heart, because he was already functioning as a shepherd, tending to his father's sheep, right? But that's a picture of someone who had the mindset of Mashiach, that no matter what, even if I fail at certain things, I'm gonna get right back up and I'm gonna stay on this Olam path. That's exactly what Dawid embodied, because he had a broken Ruach and a contrite heart. And he had a mind, he had a Ruach, he had a mindset, a spirit within him that was like, no matter what, I am determined to make Yahuwah, I'm determined to make his name great in the earth. That's the mindset that we got to have. We got to be determined that no matter what, we are going to worship Yah with all of our heart, all of our soul, all of our being, all of our resources. It's a mindset. And like I said in Wednesday's lesson, you can't teach this. You can't teach somebody how to choose Yahuwah every day and deny themselves, to deny their flesh, to deny their desires, to deny their fears controlling them. That's a choice. Hear me, y'all. This is an actual choice. These are decisions that we are faced with, that we got to choose. That's why Moshe says in Deuteronomy, I want to say 30, he says, choose ye this day. It could have been 29 or 30, one of the two, but it's in Deuteronomy, the latter chapters, right? After 28, he tells them, choose ye this day life that you and your seed may live. I set before you today, recorded before the Shamayim and the Malachims and the Shamayim, death and life, blessings and curses. Choose ye this day life that you and your seed may live. It's a choice. It's a choice for us to daily choose Mashiach. Choose to have this mindset. Choose to have the desire to serve Yahuwah and deny your own will, your own way, the idea, the plans that you yourself have thought of, and laying down yourself and being submitted under the order of Yahuwah. Because see, what true submission is, it means being submitted under a mission, the mission that Yahuwah gave you to accomplish. Again, going back to the Mashiach mindset, being smeared for a specific purpose or function. So we got to get to a point where we embody this mindset. Rabbi Shaul says it in Philippians chapter 2. I want to say verse 8. Let this mind be in you. Let this mind, this mindset, which is a Ruach, it's a mindset, right? A way of thinking that was also in Yahushua HaMashiach, right? That what? He thought it not robbery to be equal with Yahuwah, but humbled himself, right? And took on the form of a servant. That's what we got to do, man. We have to humble ourselves in this season. If we really want to hear Yahuwah, we really want to follow his instruction, and we really want to develop this mindset, it first starts with you humbling yourself and understanding that you are nothing but dust. You are nothing but dirt, nothing but clay that needs a potter to shape and mold you into the functional being that's going to carry out the smearing and the assignment that you were given, right? And again, everybody does not have this Ruach. That's why we tell people all the time, when you watch the videos, when you watch the teachings, when you watch the worship and you engage in it, if you do not take these teachings to heart and submit to the Ruach, you're not submitting to me or my wife or anybody else in this assembly. When we bring forth a word of Yahuwah, you're not submitting to us. You're not submitting to Yehuda the man. You're submitting to the Ruach HaKodesh through the words that are being spoken, right? So to understand that and really submit to it, you have to have the mind of Yahushua HaMashiach. You have to have the Ruach of Mashiach. You have to have a smear. You have to have a determination, which again always goes back to a decision that you have to make. Yahuwah is not going to make the decision for you. Your parents, your children, your Yeladim, they can't make the decision for you. Your ox, your kotis cannot make the decision for you. You have to make this decision. So, hallelujah, that we're in a day and age where Yahuwah is revealing who has the Ruach of Mashiach and who has the Ruach of anti-Hamashiach. That's against that Ruach, that wars and fights against what the Ruach is saying. That always has a rebuttal, always has a challenge. Told my wife this the other day, but, you know, the prophecy that was spoken over me when I was a youth was that, you know, I would be given the Ruach of Elisha and destroy religious systems, dismantle religious systems. And if you know anything about Elijah, one of the most famous chapters regarding him in the text, right, other than when he was taken up in the whirlwind to the Shamayim, which is a whole nother story, was when it was 1 Kings chapter 18, when there was a battle between him and the prophets of Baal. It was 400 prophets of Baal, one prophet of Yahuwah, Eliyahu, Elisha, right? And make a long story short, it was a long battle in the sense of Ruachly, his words, him calling on Yahuwah to answer by fire on Mount Carmel versus the prophets of Baal, which again, it was 400. It could have been like 450 of them. It was a lot of them, way more of them than it was of Elisha. And make a long story short, he just hit him with the thing like, look, man, how long are you going to halt in between two opinions? Because all of Israel was there. And Yahuwah is saying the same thing. He's saying, how long are you going to halt in between two opinions? If Yahuwah is Elohim, let him be Elohim. But if Baal is Elohim, let him be. Choose him. And that's what Yahuwah is telling many of you all that's watching this video. You're halted in between two opinions. It's because you have not made the decision. If you're in the middle between two opinions, that's demonic. The book of James says a double-minded mind is unstable in all of his ways. You're unstable. If you have the Ruach of Mashiach, you're able to make decisions daily. But it's not your own decisions. It's you inquiring of Yahuwah and Yahuwah leading you in making the right decisions that are according to his Olam ancient path. So I'm going to say what Shaul said. Let this mind be in you that was also in Yahushua HaMashiach. Make the decision to serve Yahuwah with all of your heart, all of your soul, all of your being. And we will see in these next couple months, you know, within this, very soon, we will see who is actually hearing from Yahuwah? Who's the real prophet? Those of us standing on and actually walking in the character and warring for Yahushua HaMashiach, claiming Yahuwah as the one and only true Elohim, or all these other people that got these weird different doctrines that's coming against the Ruach that Yahuwah has placed in us, which is the Ruach of Mashiach. We're going to see. Just like Elisha said, or Elijah rather, Eliyahu, just like he said, we're going to see. We're going to see. We shall see who's actually a prophet, who's actually carrying the seed of the house and feeding Yahuwah's people with his word to increase them in knowledge and understanding, directing them on the right path that's going to lead them to salvation, Yasha. The salvation, the deliverance of Yahuwah and this judgment that we see unfolding in our eyes. We're going to see. We're going to see. Every word that comes to pass, we shall see. And we're also going to see who's not hearing from Yahuwah. We're also going to see all the naysayers, right? The Bible calls them scoffers, who are saying, oh man, all that stuff that they saying, man, the government rigged that stuff. Not trying to give Yahuwah credit for what he's doing in the White House and what he's doing with these earthquakes and these hurricanes and these volcanoes and all these natural disasters, in addition to coronavirus and all of the unrest, the civil unrest that's going on in this nation. They're not giving that credit to Yahuwah. They're giving that credit to man. Those are scoffers. They have the anti-Mashiach Ruach because they don't want to believe. They don't want to trust and believe and receive the word that Yahuwah is actually speaking through his prophets. But trust me, we will see very soon who has the Ruach of Yahushua HaMashiach and who has the anti-Hamashiach Ruach, who are scoffers. Shalom.